real cases before a real judge.
And now, enter the courtroom of Judge Mathis.
Plaintiff Jewel Reed says she dated the defendant against her better judgment, and they broke up after she discovered he was also dating her next-door neighbor. Jewel's suing because she rented a U-Haul for the defendant, and he failed to return it. Defendant James Spearman insists he never dated Jewel, and he claims on the day they met, she not only screamed at him, but then she started following him in her car. James is countersuing for harassment because he claims Jewel came to his job and tried to cause him bodily harm.
Start with you.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'm here today because I'm suing the defendant. I met him when I was out and about taking my car to get an oil change.
When was that?
That was April 3rd of this year.
Okay.
Okay, he asked to take me to dinner. I said no, and I proceeded to walk in to get my oil change. The young lady that was in there saw everything that happened and told me that I was very mean. I didn't want to come off that way, so I turned around and James was still in the parking lot. I decided to turn back around, even though I know it was against my better judgment. We exchanged numbers, and we began dating after that.
Because the clerk told you to.
Well, you know what, Your Honor? No, it was just that she told me that I was very mean the way I came off to him. And just
so
by
why
saying
couldn't you
no and
just
keep going.
apologize to him? I'm sorry I was mean to you.
You know
but
what, Your Honor?
no,
That's what
thank you. I still don't want dinner.
Yeah,
That's what I should have done.
You wanted dinner in the first place.
We never dated. We never dated at all.
Never dated at all?
No.
Where do you know her from?
At the location that she was speaking of.
Will you give me your story as to how you all met?
What happened, exactly what happened was, she was going to, I was getting gas. She was going to this place that I have a picture of. And
What place?
It's a place you get oil change, gas,
All right,
stuff
just
like
like
that.
she said, at an oil change place.
Yes, she was walking inside the place. She looked at me and said, just like this, 1 minute. Went inside, can't give me a number. I knew that was strange, but you know, I still said, okay, well, she was attractive, so let me see where it goes. I called her, I said, listen, you want to meet me someplace for where as though we can, you know, have a drink, get to know each other, blah, blah, blah. She said, sure. She shows up at the place, and then we drinking. I go to have a conversation with a person I know. She comes out of nowhere and, don't be disrespecting me. Don't be who you think you is. Don't disrespecting me, yo. In my ear, like she close like this. So the lady I'm with, like, y'all think you better get away from this crazy lady.
And this is the first time you dated her?
The first date.
Did you remember telling me you never dated her?
No. I can see. I wouldn't call it a date.
You starting out wrong.
I didn't call it a date.
Go ahead, ma'am. Complete your testimony.
We used to go out at night. We drank, we danced.
How often would you all go out?
I say once every week, and it was about 5 or 6 weeks.
Okay.
It's a lie.
Why did things go bad?
Things went bad because I found out that he was also dating my next door neighbor. I mean, right next door. I'm at 9, she's at 7.
How did you find that out?
He told me he got caught leaving out of my house one morning. The neighbor saw him leaving my house. He said, don't worry about it. I'll see you later. We'll talk about it, and I'll bring you your registration, because I left my registration as collateral for the truck. He said, we'll talk about it later. I said, no, I don't want to have anything else to do with you. This is my next door neighbor. I can't be going back and forth with her with a man. And I'm a single parent. I live with a son. I have an 8-year-old.
You sure? Were you dating a woman?
No.
Next door neighbor?
That's the one I knew prior before I knew her.
You weren't dating her?
We're dating now. She actually is my girlfriend right now.
He moved in, Your Honor.
Go ahead, sir. Let me hear from you.
So that night when we met to have a drink, when she acted crazy and deranged and cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, I proceeded with my cousin. We proceeded to get in the car, because I said, oh, I've been in this situation before. Let me get away from this situation. I get in my car, she's following me, behind me. You know good don't even know me. My first time ever
That's a lie, Your Honor.
You ain't this, you ain't that, cursing me. I'm not gonna curse. So we get in the car.
You already have. What's wrong with you
I'm
today?
trying to express, I'm trying to express how.
Go ahead.
So we get in the car, she is behind me. Now ask her this. She's behind me, almost tapping my bumper. I said, oh, I'm about to call 911 on this crazy thing right here.
He should have.
So she's behind me like this. My cousin said, hold, pull over, because she tap us, we could go into a spin. I pulls over, she get beside me, she talking, my window's up. She's speaking. No. You know good this. How dare you do me like that? Man, we only been on 1 meeting just now. Just had a drink with you. I say, let me get away from you. Leaves. Go about my business, leave. She's calling me. Please. I said, okay. So a couple days later, which was my mistake, a couple days later, I get drunk.
You get drunk.
I got drunk. So I said, listen, let me, I'm in your neighborhood. Can I come see your couch? I can't drive while I'm this drunk. And she was happy with that.
To the crazy
yes, what?
person.
Yes, you want something to eat? I said, no, just
spent him out, tapped the car.
I'm with her. Why do you do that with a crazy person? You didn't have any other couches to sleep on?
No,
What about the next door neighbor?
I made a bad judgment.
Go ahead. What else you want?
So I still, you know, I did it anyway. Leaves in the morning. I comes out. I see the person, my girlfriend now, coming out at the same time. I said, oh, I didn't know you live here, whatever. So we talk, that. I called her out of respect. They say, listen, the girl that's next door to you, I knew her prior before I knew you. And I was tracked to her, but I lost contact with her. I said, I'm trying to rekindle something with her. So, just like I said, she goes on the phone. What? I'm gonna stalk you. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't gonna do nothing.
Is that all she said she was gonna do is stalk you? You got off light.
Yeah.
That move wasn't very bright. For you to have a woman go off on you, chase you, try and kill you, essentially.
Yeah.
Over what you believe to be something very trivial, if anything at all. Mm-hmm. The next time you get drunk, you want to go and sleep on her couch.
Yeah.
And then you have nerve enough to call her and volunteer to her, I spent the night at your house, but I'm dating your next door neighbor. What did you think she was gonna do, bring you cookies?
He comes out of nowhere and, don't be disrespecting me. Don't be who you think you is. Don't disrespecting me, yo.
And this is the first time you dated her.
The first date.
Did you remember telling me you never dated her?
No. I consider
Plaintiff Jewel Reed insists she dated the defendant, but he claims Jewel is a stalker who's only suing because he refused to date her.
How did he breach your contract, man? What contract are you talking about? What's happening?
It was for a U-Haul rental. It was on April 30th. He called me at work. He knew I got off at 12:30. He asked me to help him rent a U-Haul truck. He was going to place a $100 deposit, and I was going to put the registration to my car. So I took my registration there.
Now, what was the
money.
agreement on who would pay for the actual U-Haul expenses?
He would. He put the $100 down. The U-Haul truck was only a $20 a day rental. He was only supposed to keep the truck for 1 day.
Not true,
and that was and that's in the paperwork.
Okay.
From the 30th to the 1st.
What do you say the agreement was?
Yeah. Can I just tell you, can I tell you why we're really here?
He asked you a question.
Go ahead.
We're really...
Sorry.
You're doing all this tough stuff in here.
No, because she's made up the day,
yeah,
so she's
she goes off, so you better leave her alone.
Okay, I'm gonna leave her alone. I'm gonna leave her alone.
Come on.
But, Your Honor, we are here because she wanted to be with me, she wanted to stalk me, but I didn't want to be with her.
All right, very good. Now, let's talk about the agreement on this U-Haul truck she's suing you about.
The agreement was, when I seen she had the U-Haul truck sitting, so I said, well, you got the U-Haul truck sitting. You know, I'm a contractor. So I said, let me use it to move some material from one property to another property. She said, sure. I said, okay, here's $100. For the U-Haul, I'm going to use it. It's only $29 per day. I'm going to use it for a couple of days. That's fine. She said, yeah. Everything was fine. When she came to my job site, we didn't know how she found out where my job site was at. She comes to my job site, me and my girlfriend in the car. She comes from running around the corner. I caught you. I knew it. I caught you. Blah, 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 going on for no reason.
Sir, you said you'd keep it a couple of days. You told me you rented it specifically for him.
Because he asked me to, yes.
Right.
Not true.
What is your understanding of why she had it sitting there?
I don't know what she did.
Okay, you never discussed why she had a U-Haul sitting in front of her house.
She had a U-Haul sitting. Her explanation to me was that she had somebody sleeping on the couch. You get asked to that. That she was trying to get out of her house.
Okay.
By asking I use it because I seen it for a couple of days.
And she said, the U-Haul, I've had it out here because I got someone I'm trying to get off my couch. Good enough. All right. Tell me what ultimately happened to cause you to sue him for $2,446.
So I started to text message him, listen, you need to take that U-Haul back. I started to go up to U-Haul and let them know, look, listen, the truck is not in my possession.
How many days after renting it?
It was on the 5th. I rented the truck on the...
6 days later, he still hadn't returned the truck.
Yes, and I had been asking him to. Your Honor, once I went up to his job because I knew where it was because he invited me there. So that would be, I'm sorry, that would be twice. For lunch, he invited me up there once.
A psycho. Now you're inviting a psycho to your job.
And that's how I knew where the building was that he works in. It's an abandoned building that somebody owned. They hired him the contract to clean it out. And he took and cleaned it out in the back of the U-Haul truck. Okay.
And how did you ultimately get the truck back?
With the help of the police. The second time I went to his job, he tried to take off in the truck. The police saw everything. The police saw everything. He was sitting out there with the truck. I don't know why the police let him leave with that truck because my name was on the paperwork.
How many days did he ultimately keep it? What
11
ultimately
days.
happened?
He kept it for 11 days.
All right. What expenses were there? You have a list?
Yes, I do.
All right. Sir, how many days did you keep it?
4 days.
You kept it 4 days?
Yes, I did.
All right, go ahead.
On the 4th day I had the truck, when she came to my job site and was trying to run us over, the police saw her acting wild.
Yeah. Why didn't you return it when you told her you would?
That was the 4th day, Your Honor.
I know. You said a couple days, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just saying that was the
4 is twice as much as 2. Do you know that?
Yes. Because on the second day...
Be quiet. Nobody listening to me, What are these pictures for?
That is the garbage that was in the building that he was contracting, and he took it and dumped all of the garbage.
This is inside the U-Haul.
Inside the U-Haul truck, and notice the right mirror, he kicked it off. He didn't hit it off. The whole thing is just the mirror off. He kicked it.
Sir, what is your counterclaim for?
I'm countersuing her for harassment.
Tell me how she harassed you, sir.
She harassed me about the things I told you about. She came to my job site.
Okay. And what did she do when she came there?
She tried to do bodily harm to me, but she couldn't get to me. She approached my girlfriend car first.
Asking for the U-Haul, right?
No.
Yes.
What
She
did
never
she
mentioned
want?
U-Haul not
What
one
did she
time. That's what I'm
come
trying to
for?
explain to
What
you,
do you believe she came for?
Because me and the girl was together. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. She
You don't
didn't have
think
a
she
problem
was
with this
interested
U-Haul.
in the U-Haul?
No, not one time. If you see the text messages I give you, she not one time mentioned that U-Haul.
Let's see your text message. For the record, you were never going to see the inside of this anyway unless you came with money in hand after this stunt. What stunt do you think she was talking about?
With the girl.
I don't see why you need to see each other tomorrow. What's that about, man?
I told him, I don't see why we have to see each other tomorrow. He keep telling me...
We need to see each other tomorrow.
He kept saying, I'm going to bring I'll take the truck back and bring you your registration. We're going to talk about this.
Right.
In other words, he want to double dip.
Right. All right. Well, any other evidence you have, sir?
This is 2 dumpsters that I ordered at $750 a piece to remove the trash out of the U-Haul.
Okay. All right. And you're telling me you did remove it?
I removed it out of the
Okay.
In my car, she's following me, behind me. You know good don't even know me. My first time ever
That's a lie, Your Honor.
You ain't this, you ain't that, cursing me. I'm not gonna curse.
You already have. What's wrong with you
I'm trying to express it.
Plaintiff Jewel Reed insists she dated the defendant, but he claims Jewel is a stalker who's only suing because he refused to date her.
I'm looking at something there where she was charged $2,416.71 from U-Haul. Who do you think should pay for it?
I think I should pay for my portion of the 4 days.
What is her portion?
Her portion is keeping all them other days she had it.
Oh, you returned it to her?
I returned it. The police told me to turn it to her. She said she didn't want the U-Haul. So they told me immediately.
Ma'am, did you tell her you didn't want it? All right, so why didn't you take it to the U-Haul place?
Did.
That means you had it in your total possession for the entire time. That certainly means any charges or expenses or damages that occurred, you would be liable for. She never touched it after giving it to you. That's why you have to pay for everything that was wrong with that U-Haul, and your claim is dismissed. Yours is granted. Have a good day.
Leave me alone. Stop harassing me, man. Stop harassing me. Man, stop harassing me. Why you want to beat my girlfriend up? It was just yesterday. Just yesterday, you snatched my girlfriend's phone out of her hand. Why you approach her? If it's about the U-Haul, why yesterday, when we're not together no more at night, I ain't see you, why did you approach my girlfriend and snatch it out of her hand? And snatch the phone out of her hand? Because you're crazy, you're deranged. You need help. You need help. You told me you was 32. You like you're 40-something. Look at you. You're a crackhead. You're a former crackhead. That's it.
Thank you, guys.